The man stood silently on the cracked pavement, eyes fixed on the massive red semi-trailer truck that loomed in front of him. It was an imposing sight, a bright, eye-catching color that contrasted sharply with the quiet neighborhood around it. The truck's trailer stretched out like a beast, filling the right side of the street, its shiny surface gleaming under the bright sun. He shifted slightly, hands tucked into the pockets of his black leather jacket, his gaze unwavering. Every detail of the truck seemed exaggerated. The polished metal, the bold red paint, even the way the sunlight reflected off its surface, like it was deliberately meant to draw attention. He had seen trucks like this before, but never quite like this. It was parked in a place that didn't seem right, on a residential street, blocking the curb, taking up more space than any delivery truck should. The neighborhood behind him was peaceful, with well-kept lawns and modest houses, but the truck felt out of place, almost aggressive, as if it had no business being here. The man's brow furrowed and he shook his head slowly, as if trying to clear a fog of suspicion from his mind. He looked around briefly, checking the streets quiet. No signs of a permit, no markings indicating official work. Just the truck, sitting there like a stubborn obstacle. He wondered who owned it, who had the authority to block the street like this, especially in a neighborhood where rules were supposed to be respected. His eyes flicked back to the truck, noting the details, the oversized tires, the faded logo on the cab, and the way the trailer's doors were slightly ajar, revealing a hint of the cargo inside. He took a step closer, cautious but curious. Something about it felt wrong, yet he couldn't put his finger on what. He had a feeling this wasn't just about parking. It was about something bigger, something hidden beneath the surface. As he studied the truck, a faint feeling of unease crept over him. He had seen trucks like this before, during late-night deliveries, or sometimes in places they shouldn't be. And more than once, things had gone missing after trucks like this appeared in quiet neighborhoods. His fingers instinctively moved to his pocket, clutching his phone. He was about to take a picture, to document what he saw, when he noticed a movement, a shadow flickering near the truck's cab. His heart skipped. Someone was inside. Someone was watching him. The realization hit hard, making him freeze. Was this a coincidence? Or was there a reason this truck was here? Before he could react, a sudden noise broke the quiet, an engine revving softly, then fading away. The shadow vanished. The street returned to stillness, but the man knew one thing for sure. This was no ordinary truck, and he was no longer just an observer. Whatever was happening here, whatever secrets the truck held, he was about to get pulled deeper into it. And now, he had to decide, stay and find out what was really going on, or walk away and forget he ever saw anything. He hesitated, then took a step back, eyes still on the truck. The sun beat down, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch toward him. Whatever this was, it was far from over, and he had a feeling that the truth was somewhere inside that massive red trailer, waiting to be uncovered. The shadow had disappeared, but the feeling of being watched lingered like a cold wind. The man took a cautious step back, eyes narrowing, as he kept his gaze fixed on the truck. His mind raced. What had he just seen? Who was inside that truck, and what were they doing? The quiet street, normally peaceful, now felt charged with an unspoken tension. Every sound seemed amplified, the distant chirping of birds, the faint hum of the city far away, even his own breathing. He clenched his fists, trying to steady himself, but a nagging suspicion refused to fade. Just then, a sudden movement caught his eye again. Near the truck's cab, a small figure darted behind it, quick and deliberate. The man's pulse quickened. Was it a kid playing a prank, or someone hiding? His instincts told him to stay alert. He reached into his jacket pocket, fingers closing around his phone. If he was going to get to the bottom of this, he needed proof, something concrete that could tell him what was really going on. He stepped closer, cautious but determined. As he approached, he noticed the truck's door slightly ajar, just enough to suggest someone had been inside recently. His eyes scanned the area, searching for any sign of movement or footprints, but the street was too clean, too perfect in its quiet. Yet the sense of danger grew heavier with each passing second. He felt a strange urge to peek inside the trailer to see if his instincts were right. Suddenly, a faint click echoed from behind him. He spun around sharply. Nothing but empty street. But his gut told him to be careful. Someone was nearby, watching, waiting. His heart pounded as he hesitated, torn between the urge to investigate further and the instinct to run. If there was something illegal happening here, something dangerous, he knew he couldn't walk away now. Whatever secrets that truck held, they had just become personal, and he was about to uncover them whether he liked it or not. He froze, listening intently. The street was silent again, but the feeling of being watched persisted. His eyes darted around, searching for any sign of movement or a lurking figure. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw it, something shifting near the trailer's rear wheel. A small, dark shape. His breath caught. Could it be a person? Or just an animal? Whatever it was too close for comfort. Slowly, he reached for his phone, fingers trembling slightly. He knew he had to act carefully. Rushing in might blow his cover or alert whoever was hiding. He took a deep breath, steadied himself, and started to inch closer, trying to stay hidden behind the parked cars. Every step felt heavy, as if the ground itself was trying to hold him back. When he was close enough, he peered around the corner of a parked car and saw what was there. A pair of worn-out shoes just barely visible beneath the trailer. Someone was crouched down, trying to stay out of sight. His heart pounded harder now. Was this the person he saw earlier? Or someone new? The shoes suggested someone was hiding, perhaps waiting for the right moment to emerge. The man's mind raced with questions. Who was this? What were they doing? And why had they been watching him? He hesitated, torn between confronting them and retreating to call for backup. But before he could make a move, the crouched figure suddenly shifted, and a faint voice whispered from behind the trailer. "Don't make a sound," the voice hissed. The man's eyes widened. Whatever was happening here was bigger than he'd imagined. And now he realized he might be caught in something far more dangerous than a simple parking violation. The secret was close, so close he could almost reach out and grab it. But whether he was ready or not, he knew one thing. His curiosity had just sealed his fate. The whisper hung in the air, thick with menace. The man's eyes darted toward the shadowed figure, whose silhouette was now slowly rising from behind the trailer. Every muscle in his body tensed, instinct screaming at him to back away, to run. But something in that voice, urgent, trembling, made him hesitate. He needed answers, even if they came at a risk. Suddenly, the figure stepped into the faint glow of a nearby street lamp. It was a woman, her face partially obscured by a hood pulled low over her brow. Her eyes, however, shone with a mixture of fear and determination. She raised a hand, signaling him to stay silent. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered, voice trembling. "They're watching. If they catch us, it's over." The man took a cautious step forward, his mind racing. Who was she? And what was she hiding? His instincts told him she was in trouble, deep trouble, and that whatever secret she carried could change everything. Yet amid the confusion, a flicker of trust ignited within him. Maybe, just maybe, they needed to work together to uncover the truth, to expose what lay beneath the surface of this quiet street. As she lowered her hood, slightly revealing a glimpse of her face, he realized that this was only the beginning. The real story was waiting to unfold, and he knew he had to follow her, to find out what secrets she guarded and what danger they both faced if they dared to dig any deeper. The night was growing darker, but his resolve was shining brighter than ever.